And the topic of load is something that has been a topic for many years now. When I was still a player, I'm as a coach right now. I'm not in a position where I'm debating the amount of games just yet. For me, I know it's a topic for a lot of other coaches. For me, not yet. But I do agree with the point of Christoph with the calendar. So Christoph mentions just now with the succession of games and the 90 minutes in Croatia, then 120 minutes in France, 2 days between, and so on. If you manage every single process in a play, from the nutrition to the amount of time he spends on a pitch, the amount of shooting he does after a training session, and so on, and then all of a sudden as a coach and as a club, you have 20 players going into 20 different ideas, 20 different loads, 20 different calendars. And I remember there was a game where we played Friday, I think it was Augsburg at home. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we've got one player in Japan, one player in South Korea, the other player in some place in Australia, right? You put 2 and 2 together, and I think it's quite common sense to say, hey, is there a way to just maybe not reduce the amount of games, maybe not, but just put these calendars in a way that it makes sense, that we don't have avoidable injuries, you know. It just doesn't make sense. That's the point. It doesn't make sense. You can maybe put these international, with 5 international places, you put them a little bit more together. Maybe the players are traveling less, you know, whatever you want to attach to it. But it's worth, I think, as Christoph said, I think it's worth a discussion without necessarily, like I said, for us, from a football side, no excuse. We continue, we have the same goals. But from, I think from a club side, I think it's a totally fair discussion.